that you love, covering all things professional wrestling. A show by members of the Busted Open Nation. Welcome to the Nation's Corner. Here are your hosts, the Nation's Corner crew.
Hey yo, it's Saturday. You know what that means. It's another episode of The Nation's Corner. Myself, Deb, as your lovely host this evening, along with two of the best guys in my life, Mongrovian Mike and John in South Jersey. How y'all doing?
Guess who's back?
Hello.
Back again.
Yeah.
Just when you all thought it was all over. Oh, no. Hey, what's up? What are we doing?
What's going on?
You don't tell me anything anymore. I take a couple weeks off and I'm out of all the loops.
You're out of all of them.
All of them. But anyway. Duh. We're in Canada. Hey. Tonight.
Hey.
Hey. Like Great White North.
Yeah. We are in Canada. Well, not physically, mentally.
But we're all going to be watching in Canada. Elimination Chamber starting in roughly less than an hour. I don't want to do math on a Saturday. But pre-show is going on. But you were here, all of us, all of you out there joining us for our predictions and picks and prognostications on Elimination Chamber.
All right. Yes, but first,
if Bootsy isn't in the intro opening, I think maybe his quote went up, his rate went up, and
hey man, you gotta pay for them hookers and blow.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That shit's expensive.
He's in there. He's in the pictures.
Yeah. But first, Mongrovian, you went to a show last night, and I wanted you to talk about what that was.
So, if people don't know, the NWA has been going out and connecting with a lot of independent promotions throughout the country. They're truly trying to be, and they are, the world, when they defend that world championship belt, it really is defended around the world. Wherever Latimer goes, he'll defend that title. So he wound up in lovely Freeport, and we know, is Latimer going to drop the belt at an independent show in Freeport? No, but did they put on such a great friggin' show? Yes. And Natalia Markova was there. I met her. Oh. Very awesome, beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Very, very athletic and talented, and
batshit crazy.
And batshit crazy, and don't mess with her. But then also is Kenzie? Is it Kenzie or Kylie? they both are the same. They're two little Spitfires with the Kenzie Page. Yes. Unreal. I mean, they were just.
Yeah.
She yelled at me. All I said was get in the ring.
She should have.
I thought she was going to beat the crap out of me too.
She should have.
A little Spitfire that one is, and it was a great show. The slime balls were there, and of course I was there with my Mongrovian national flag, and my question mark mask in honor of the late Mr. Hudson. Awesome man, and he was gone way too soon. Talented.
My left hand on my chest in honor.
And it's around the anniversary of his passing. He passed away in February. I'm not sure of the exact date, but it was in February a few years back. And so Aaron, after the show, we talked, and he thanked me for coming there with that. He was coming out playing the heel, so he really couldn't pay attention. But he looked at me and winked at me when he came out and he saw the mask, and he was like, "Thank you." and he just kept going. And later on after the show, he told me, he goes, I was looking for a reason, a purpose. Why am I doing this? And he thanked me personally. He said, thank you.
Aww.
You gave me that. He sent me that, I came out and saw you there wearing the mask and holding the flag, and he just thanked me. And he's a very humble guy. And I personally told him, I said, every time you're on Gutfeld, bust Tyrus's balls. And just don't let up on the man, and he will.
Yes. Good.
But I did tell him, I said, it is awesome for wrestling fans to turn on a show that has nothing to do about wrestling, and yet you see three pro wrestlers, and one former and two wrestlers that have been doing it for years and still doing it at a higher level. But it's pretty cool. Anyway, that's my NWA story, and they're hooking up with all the independents out here. So I saw them out in Freeport. Joe Ocasio, we know him. John, we saw him. He was we saw him in Poughkeepsie, right? Yeah. So he's a in the Northeast here. I'm sure Deb has probably seen him on a couple of shows, but he didn't go. He didn't beat Latimer, so he doesn't have 10 pounds of gold around his waist. But Latimer was there, and it was a great show. The Slime Balls came out and beat the crap out of Aaron Stevens and our local friends, QGTM.
Yeah, I think Tom Latimer is a great representation of that title. I know we don't watch NWA as often as we once did, but I think he's a good person to hold that title. And we were saying back in 2019, 2020 that he should have that championship.
He is amazing. He's amazing, and we know that he's an amazing person, and he's a very lucky man. He's married to soon to be Hollywood movie star, and and everything else. And she's just kicking ass, Camille, and we'll be seeing her around soon, I hope.
I still can't wait till she throws Mercedes Moné into like the fifth row. AKA Spike Dudley style.
I'm kind of thinking we have one Megan Bain who just signed to AEW.
Isn't she amazing?
She's amazing looking. She's amazingly athletic, and she's amazingly strong. And and I could see one Camille coming back, very baby face.
Please.
So
if that doesn't wet your whistle, let's go.
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah. That's an interesting point. Before we get into all the chamber talk, since you mentioned it, we have Megan Bain. We have the possibility of Camille coming back whenever that may be. And we have Viva Van waiting in the wings, waiting for the perfect moment to debut. So in addition to all the other people, all the other women that they have on the AEW roster right now that are killing it, it's like, it's just insane.
Mr. Tony Khan, you have a lot of meat, male and female. You have a freezer full of meat.
I find it very interesting that in a relatively short amount of time, we went from begging for the women to be featured on AEW to now the women's storylines are arguably what most people are invested in the most on AEW TV. In such a short amount of time, it's turned, and that happened, and it's so cool.
I remember we were thinking, what is Tony Storm going to do? What is Timeless? And we were like, oh no, she's, we thought it was like, it's got knocked on the head, and no, it was the role of a lifetime playing herself.
Yes.
Agreed
with Ezra. Agreed as, yes. Tall, beautiful, strong ass kicker. Yes.
And talking about
and
that,
she's got Joey Janela by her side. So
yeah,
that's
well,
yeah. Well, he could burn his foot. Don't burn this relationship. This is
No, I think he's holding on to this one.
Yeah, this is what they say is a keeper. You know?
Yeah, and there is no upgrade if you're Joey Janela from Megan Bain.
For real. So speaking of Joey Janela, for real. Speaking of Joey Janela, this is how my stream of consciousness works. So just go with it. Joey Janela put out a promo yesterday. John, did you see this?
I heard about it. I have not seen it.
Yes, Joey Janela put out a promo talking about how the 2024 was kind of a rough year for him. Like he went through a string of bad luck, and he basically has the Sabu's retirement match in April.
Right.
That is something he's dreamt of since he was a teenager and basically manifested into reality. And now that, is kind of being jeopardized because he had to have surgery. So if you didn't catch it, I highly recommend going and watching that promo from Joey Janela. I watched that and was basically like, yes, this is what a promo should be. To sell me on watching a show or watching a match or buying a show.
Is he gonna go through with the match?
I think it's still up in the air, but I really hope so.
Does he make you like him in the promo?
Yeah. Well, I do like him.
I can't watch that.
I can't root against Joey Janela. I'm sorry, I just can't.
Against Sabu, crazy woman. You're gonna
I'm gonna root for Joey Janela. Yes,
from the Jersey Shore, the homicidal, suicidal, genocidal maniac. The man broke his neck in the ring and still finished the match. We're not talking about some ham and egg here. This is fucking Sabu.
I get it. But it's fucking Joey Janela.
Okay.
Sabu is so unique that you can't. I mean, he signed my chant a different way. He said, "I'm signing it this way. This way you have to hang it so you could read mine, and everyone else's is upside down." So he's not only is he a master in the ring, he's a master at ribbing the boys that he doesn't even wrestle anymore.
Yeah,
he's from Pompey, Michigan.
He's incredible.
There you go.
We met him. He signed Seth's CCW belt. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
He can type in the chat if he feels inclined.
John, am I right? He's the grandson of the original Cheek, or the son?
Grandson.
The grandson. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I know I've seen a couple of matches, or I mean, if you call them matches, it's like they come out in Japan with they're already walking out with torches lit, and they're ready to burn people, and and Bruiser Brody, those are crazy days. There was zero wrestling going on.
Yeah,
let's get
on. All right, let's get into Chamber now that we talked some indie stuff, some other stuff, some AEW stuff.
Front row's having conniptions right now somewhere.
Stay on topic.
Wait, what's on topic? What's that?
I'm in the corner.
What is on topic?
I'm in the corner.
Supervised.
Yes, so let's get into Chamber.
Unsupervised.
So first I wanted to ask you guys, there's only 4 matches on the card. So I know there's been kind of discussion all week, and they talked about it on Busted Open on Friday. The match order. So the Sammy KO match, it's an unsanctioned match. So I feel like logic would have it that, like they discussed on Busted Open, that it would make sense for them to put it on first, kind of do that as almost a cold open, and then do the big opening of the show, the pyro, fireworks, all that, and start the show. But I don't know. There's
it's
a couple
in Toronto.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think as far as the unsanctioned match and where that place is on the card?
They could have. I agree with you and Busted Open when they said that they should treat it like it's on the card, but it's an unsanctioned match, meaning it's not necessarily a WWE match. So it, on one hand, it shouldn't get any fanfare. It's just like, we agreed to have this, but we're not promoting it. We're not featuring it. You know, we're going to throw it on before our PLE kicks off, whatever. And exactly. So it should be on first. However, it is Sami Zayn and KO. And the one thing that they have done absolutely masterfully up to this point is telling the story of Sami and KO. You know, that began long ago in the Indies and had an incredible run in Ring of Honor as two gentlemen named El Generico, the little orphan from Mexico, and Kevin Steen. And if you aren't familiar with that, by all means, get on Honor Club or even get on YouTube. Type in El Generico
or
versus Kevin Steen.
Venmo me $10. I'll send you passwords.
That's my password, you bastard. Where's my cut?
No, John. I got Neil's.
Okay, then never mind. But they have done that.
We're all good friends in any app that lets two people or more, sign on. We all share. We all split different pay-per-views and stuff.
When you're here, you're family.
That's right, and we are family. We are the crew.
Yes.
I'm
pretty sure most of us.
By the way, where are Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn from, and where is this pay-per-view tonight?
Canada.
But Canada's a very large country.
I understand they're starting it with it, but can you imagine ending the show? Okay, the Elimination Chamber is over. Boom, the house lights start going up, and they lift the chamber. They start disassembling, whatever. They start whatever. They just say, okay, that's it. Go ahead, guys. And then people walk off. What do? But then, who's going to call the match? But it would be good. You need it to close the show. It's got to close. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's got to close the show.
Close the show?
The few things I saw.
It has to. There's 5 matches, and not unless it's not going to be in the middle.
4
I'm
matches.
reading it is. Now this is all dirt sheet speculation, but be it as it may, the order I've seen is Men's Chamber, Sami Zayn, KO. The tag match with Trish Stratus and Stephanie versus Nia and Candice LeRae, closing with the Women's Chamber.
Okay.
Which I'm not mad at.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not mad at. I mean, they obviously have. I would have done them. I would have said screw it and done the chamber matches back to back. That way, you bring the chamber down once, you clean up the carnage, fix up whatever from the first one, have the second one, and then you're doing regular wrestling. But I'm still not mad at if that's the lineup they go with. So I guess we'll have to watch it in a half hour and see.
Yeah. So then speaking of that, all right, let's move to the other, not the Elimination Chamber match, but the other women's match going on.
Yeah.
Trish and Tiffy versus Candice LeRae and
Tiffy and Trishy time.
Yes.
See, so this is where I'm a little out of the loop because I don't get to watch SmackDown, so I'm not really sure what's going on with this. So I'll let you guys.
No, it's just a minor. It was just a minor.
Yeah, they came out last night. Trish is from Toronto. So they came out wearing Toronto Maple Leafs, quote unquote, custom made jerseys with, and on the back where their names would be was Tiffy and Trishy. Which
I did see that picture. Yeah.
Okay. At first look, I'm sorry, and maybe that's just my mind thinking. I saw Tushy.
Of course you
well, you did. You did when they turned around and killed the back.
I said that's Tushy, but regardless,
it is what it is.
Listen, it was, you know, it's a very cute thing. They're playing in, obviously, Trish is very famous, very popular.
The Tushy or the jerseys?
Well, both, but you know, it plays in. Does it really mean anything? No, but it's cool to see Trish Stratus in the ring. It's a nice little kind of gimmick match to keep everybody cooled down or whatever. And I think it's going to be very fun and very entertaining. And they're obviously playing into it. And, you know,
when they go to when wrestling goes to Canada, they usually tend to really showcase their Canadian wrestlers and their or the wrestling royalty from Canada. Anybody does that, and WWE does a great job of that. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Hey, let's get Trish. We have Sammy and KO in a, versus each other in a unsanctioned. I mean, it's just, besides just the idea of the elimination, I think it just sold out. It sold out before people even knew what the card was going to be, right? And pretty much.
I mean, I think that's a
they've
given.
just been selling out shows like even whatever Raws and everything and SmackDowns for months.
And Denise Salcedo and Tommy were hosting Busted Open today, and they brought it up, and Tommy specifically. You're right. This just on the strength of the chamber matches alone, didn't matter what else they put on the card. Absolutely sold out and has everybody tuning in and watching.
Just their way of giving people a cherry on top of their Sunday,
Saturday.
You look at that men's chamber for a second, and all the people involved, including that scumbag Logan Paul, dude. That's like a who's who of wrestling right now. And look, especially after last night, we even have an oven mitt in the Elimination Chamber.
So John, usually it's like the biggest guy is the guy that gets ganged up on. At one point, if he survives through it, there's going to be all the other 5 other guys on him, or 4 other guys on him.
Yes.
And it's going to be the proverbial, like when let's get the big guy, like if it's the big guy, everybody swarm the big guy. No, it's going to be everybody swarm the asshole. And it's like,
absolutely.
It's like, well, bam.
Well,
it's going to be
that. And just for the fact that I'll give him credit for this. He absolutely swerved every single person in attendance, watching on TV, us included, when he hit the scene of music and he came out.
This is what I mean. Joey Janela and Paul and Logan Paul, stop doing shit that makes me like you, okay? Stop it.
Personally,
I watched that
Joey. I'm only messing with Joey. I'm only messing about Joey Janela.
So I watched that clip earlier. I went on WWE's YouTube and just watched some of the clips that they had posted.
Yeah.
So the way that they cut the clip, and this is kind of what bugs me about the way that they cut clips for YouTube, is that they didn't, like, the video started with Cena's music already playing. So I didn't get to see the initial pop of when Cena's music hit. So that just something that always bugs me about the way that they clips for YouTube is that they kind of edit out kind of crucial moments like that to get a feel for it. But I did love, like, when Logan Paul came out And then they panned the crowd.
Yeah.
You could see everybody's faces.
I love, and where's CM Punk? I'm over here, you idiot.
Yeah. You know,
Punk's like, I'll come to you.
If you have a chance, Deb, and if they post it anywhere, try to watch that whole promo, because the four of them, Punk, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins, they all get their entrances and everything. But dude, they threw heavy duty shots at each other.
Yeah. So I watched the one video that they put on YouTube was kind of like a condensed clip of that whole segment. So it was edited and stuff to get kind of like the bullet points of what each of them are saying. So I got the gist of kind of what happened. But as we were watching it, I was saying to Seth, it's kind of interesting in that, I know we're kind of jumping around. We moved over to the men's match now, but in this situation, there's these guys who kind of like normally I feel like there's kind of one specific person in the situation that everybody is gunning for. But with this, it's like multiple people that all have issues with each other for different reasons.
Right.
And so that makes the dynamic very interesting to me, where like we saw them all in the ring or standing in various places outside the ring, just kind of going at it like, yeah, I have a problem with you, but I have a problem with you too. And I have a problem with you and you too, and you too.
Right. And the linking factor obviously is they all want to win. Why? Because they all want the main event against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania.
Well, duh, why wouldn't they?
And then, but then
back
to the women. Who has problems with each other? Like, it doesn't seem that there's that much of more, except that they want to win and go to WrestleMania, which is the main motivation.
Not exactly. You have Bianca and Naomi in there with Liv.
Okay,
and Raquel.
Now, that's what I think. I think tonight or it could happen tonight. Who knows? But there's something with Jay. You know, I'm just saying I don't believe it's Liv and Raquel, even though they're the top suspects. I think it's Naomi for a big swerve. Maybe even Bianca for a big swerve, playing everybody. That would be great. And then to see her go on and win it, because she does have to go against who would she challenge?
All right.
And then that would be a great friggin' WrestleMania, Bianca against Rhea. I think I'd plunk down money for that any day.
What I love about the Chamber, especially this year, the stories and everything else aside, is everybody involved in it. You can legitimately say, whoever versus Rhea at WrestleMania would be a great match. Whoever versus Cody Rhodes would be a fantastic match and absolutely headline night one. So it's kind of hard. There's in the past we've seen or had a feeling about who the definitive favorite is, but we don't have that this year, and that's what's making this Chamber way more interesting than ones in the past.
And Roxy and Bailey have each other. They definitely have a thing with each other, and you know the deal says it. Strap the rocket to Roxy. Well, you know what? Yeah. She's up in the biggies, but she's the prodigy.
Yeah. Speaking of Roxanne, I saw the clip last night of Alexa Bliss hitting a beautiful Sister Abigail on Roxanne. That
loved it.
Yeah, that was incredible. I know they've been doing these little teases of Alexa Bliss at the Wyatt Six. After that, there was, the glitch with a couple of images. Ezra was able to pull the still shots for us to kind of get a decent look at what the images were.
And didn't you say on social media you saw like you saw Uncle
Howdy.
Yeah, Uncle Howdy. Saying, like asking questions.
I
that
didn't.
Seemed like I thought someone had mentioned.
I
it.
didn't.
Maybe
I don't know.
It
who
could have been.
said
It
that.
could have been front row. Might have mentioned it. I don't.
Okay,
follow
I'll
the
have to look for
socials that crazily, but like usually when it's something I thought I heard off the socials, it's you that's telling me.
You saying on social media what?
Well, yeah, no, you're hey, you're the youngest and you're on top of shit here.
I check.
Oh, you're our social media coordinator.
So you're the kid.
I'm the official social media coordinator.
Duh.
Yeah, you're the kid telling your parents. You guys are so old.
Well, we are, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Hey, this is good aging, though, man. This is aged, not old.
Yeah. So with the women's match there, so there is some interesting dynamics.
Yes.
However, I want to get your picks, but my definitive pick is Bianca Belair. I'm gonna do the thing.
Oh.
And you guys said that everybody wants to see this shot anyway, so
right.
that's
a great shirt.
That is an awesome that was a great match.
Yeah.
Yes, that is my definitive pick, Bianca Belair. Gunning for that championship back. I wore this shirt today. It hasn't fit me in a while, and it feels good that it fits me again. So I feel like this, everybody knows that Sasha and Bianca were the first Black women to main event WrestleMania, which is a huge deal. And I feel like that's kind of gotten a little bit lost in the history because so much other stuff has happened since then. And I just I pulled out this shirt this morning and I looked at it and I was like, look at those two, like the first Black women to main event WrestleMania. And now one of them is holding 4 titles right now in various companies. And the other one is fighting tonight for her chance to be at WrestleMania again to get that championship back.
One of them
tag team champions.
One of them even broke the glass ceiling. She's a CEO.
There you go. So I say what you will about Mercedes and the storyline and character that's currently going in AEW since she got there, but she holds 4 titles.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, though. When you see a picture of her just standing there with four belt, 4 titles from around the world, Japan, Mexico, here, there, everywhere. So
she's a megastar. She's in the Star Wars franchise now. She takes those titles on red carpet events.
If I'm gonna rag on her, it's about that finisher move. Go back to the bank statement and make the chicks tap out. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop that clunky move that you're not strong enough. You're not big enough for that. Stop it. You can kick ass other ways.
I just wanted to bring that up and show off my shirt because everybody wanted to see it.
Anyway. I love
it. Okay, so jumping.
Not only you mentioned something also about Bianca and and Sasha. Who were the Bianca? I know Bianca was the first woman to wrestle over in Saudi. Was it Bianca?
I think you may be right.
Wasn't it Bianca?
Remember.
Wasn't it Bianca
and Bailey?
And Lacey Evans?
Was it Lacey Evans? I can't remember.
Lacey Evans was Lacey Evans and Natalia.
Okay.
Lacey Evans and Natalia.
That was
it was then Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss, I believe, was the second one.
Okay. All right, I'm going to interrupt our regularly scheduled program here just to mention that I have the Chamber kickoff show playing on my TV right now, and I'm seeing Big E in some bakery that is just that's distracting.
Is he at a media club?
Is he
What,
making
he's
pancakes?
CM Punk's gimmick?
Sure.
Is he wearing a shirt?
CM Punk's gimmick.
Oh my! Yeah, I'm looking now. Oof.
Yeah, you see that?
Stop! We got a show we got to do now.
Oh, that's
We're not watching.
Gone.
Saint Urbain Bagel Bakery.
That's it.
All right, make a note of that next time you're in
okay.
Yeah, you just made Seth ignore the show now. That the two people watching the show now went to the Peacock. Thanks.
Right.
Nah, we love you
All
guys,
right.
man.
All right. So so my pick is Bianca. So what are you guys' picks?
I got Bianca.
Yeah.
I got Bianca, and I think it's gonna start to it's gonna start to show that she's the one that she's gonna turn heel and be with the Street Profits, her hubby and his bestie.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I guess that we are not unanimous. My pick to win the Elimination Chamber. Strap that rocket to her back, fire both barrels. I'm talking about that little mega star in the making from Texas. Put that on Roxy and put her in the main event against Rhea.
You mean Roxanne Perez, right?
No, I mean Roxy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yes, Roxanne is my pick.
And Jey Uso's gonna defeat Walter.
Yeah. So one thing that is in my head about now that I'm looking at this picture of the ladies in this match. So I was listening to the Masked Man Show podcast yesterday, and they had on one of the ladies from the upcoming movie Queen of the Ring, which we've seen so much promotion for, and I'm so excited to see this movie. So the lady that they had on from the movie was talking about how she first met Naomi Trinity in the like hair and makeup trailer, had no idea that she was a professional wrestler. And then like a while later, someone told her like, hey, you know, that's Naomi, right? And she was like, oh, I didn't know. And she's like, we're friends. And I didn't even know that she was a wrestler. But I am so excited to see this movie, you guys. Like, we've seen so much promotion for it, various interviews with the cast. We have amazing wrestlers that have parts in the movie. I really, really hope this movie does like good mainstream, like get some good mainstream attention.
I heard Timeless Tony Storm didn't even have to go into makeup. She automatically just got on the set.
Looks like that,
right?
Yeah.
I wonder if she missed it by it being in color, though.
Listen, she's in Technicolor now, right?
That's right. That's right.
Well,
we have moved errors.
She's in her golden age of timelessness.
Yes, and the Great Martin Cove is in the movie.
Cobra Kai never
as well as what's his name, Walter Goggins. Yes, who is everywhere lately.
Yes.
And we're going to see a ton of wrestlers.
Yeah.
That have bit parts here and there.
Yeah, I believe it comes out next week. I'm going to look up to see if it's in our AMC theater that's across the street. Hopefully it is, so I only have to go across.
Isn't it like 20 theaters? They have to have it.
Yeah. You know, Deb, going back to this channel here, I'm gonna bet that the only one on this panel that actually eats this friggin' bunch of carbs and bad shit for yourself is the bald son of a bitch in the middle. That's it.
Peter Rosenberg, of course.
The other two probably look at this and go, "Oh my God, I gotta go to the gym. Instead of going to the gym at 4 this morning, I gotta go at 3. I gotta work off this donut I took a bite of."
Peter Rosenberg looks like he's having so much fun. And
Yeah,
yes, I'm sure he's enjoying
all
all
that
of those baked goods.
Yes. He is a friend of carbs, unlike many wrestlers.
Is Cody going to sell his soul?
I don't know. I mean,
Peter Rosenberg is definitely a friend of the Egg Everything Bagel, which I have yet to be able to try.
Like I said, Peter Rosenberg is a friend of the carbs that are looking at Jackie Redmond and Big E and go, where the hell? What is this? As they're entering them out, they're like, we've never been here before.
Jackie Redmond's like, I've never eaten bread. She's amazing.
Oh, you just want to slap them, though.
Anyway. All right. So let's actually get into the men's match more.
Get us on track, damn it.
So, all right. So we had the promo last night, and Cena wasn't even there, which is kind of weird. But all right. Okay.
Yeah.
So with the Cody thing, we haven't talked about this yet. I found it very, very interesting how in the clips that I saw, Cody's walking around backstage, seeing various people. R-Truth gives him some advice. CM Punk gives him some advice. And yes, Ezra, I work with children. We all know this.
But we're your children.
So I found it very interesting what CM Punk told Cody is that basically he said, in my younger years, I would have taken that deal immediately. Hell yeah. Gimme. But I'm older and wiser. And he said, what did he say? I think you should take that.
He said
I
would take that deal.
Yeah.
And then Cody was like, "What?" He goes, "Yes, I would take that deal.
Yeah.
Shine it up real nice. Turn that some bitch sideways and shove it straight up his candy final boss ass or whatever he said. You know, it was a twist on what The Rock said like 20 years ago to Triple H.
Right.
Yeah. Except though, did he say to put a little icy hot on it too? Because Triple H said put a little icy hot on that belt, turn that some bitch sideways, and shove it straight up your candy ass.
Yeah. So one of my biggest thoughts with this whole thing is, we kind of see the real possibility of Homelander Cody here, which we've all been like giddy for practically.
Right.
However, I don't know if I like the idea of Cody being like The Rock's lackey. Like, I don't know if I really like that. And we talked about this last week. I really didn't like The Rock just like sitting there at the press conference and just being like, oh yeah, my character. No.
I just wonder if he's working it all into his character. Like he's talking about his character and working it into his character. Like, it's just very weird. You're right. I was thinking the same thing. Like,
But I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
That is the absolute idea.
That's what I
watch this man seamlessly go from Dwayne Johnson, the actor, to The Rock, into Dwayne Johnson / The Rock, CEO and board member for TKO, back to The Rock, all the way back to Dwayne Johnson, the actor, literally within the span of one promo. And I think that's the idea. He just wants to keep everybody absolutely guessing, including members of the roster and anyone else he interacts with.
Yeah.
I get it, but I don't know. We spend so much of our time listening to legends and people who are extremely knowledgeable in kind of works and what's been known to work. And to me, it's a double-edged sword, because on one hand, I look at like some things that AEW does, and AEW sometimes goes very against the grain in what's not typical. Like, just because something's always been done that way doesn't mean that's the way it has to be done. And AEW tends to like intentionally go a different route and try different things. But on the other hand, it's like, I don't need to hear The Rock sitting there talking about my character and what would my character do 20 minutes after he's had this promo. And like, what did I say the other day? It'd be like, okay, one of my favorite scenes in the entire Star Wars universe is Obi-Wan and Anakin on, what is it, Mustafar? Sorry, Seth. Yeah. Mustafar. and that's one of my favorite scenes where Anakin is left burning. Obi-Wan cuts off his arm and Anakin is left burning and screaming, and Obi-Wan says, "You were the chosen one. You were my brother." I don't want to see 20 minutes later Obi-Wan and Anakin sitting there having tequila talking about, "Oh yeah, that was a great scene we just did." No.
Deb, all I know is when Cody walked into his locker room the other day, I said Deb would sell her soul with that wall of wine. It was just a wall that was just, the wall was a wine rack. And that's it. By the way, who popped hard? I don't know how hard I could pop when friggin' R-Truth is in in a scene. It's just
yeah.
I mean, Cody goes in his friggin' his private locker room, and then all of a sudden behind him is fucking R-Truth laying on.
He was like hiding under the couch cushion.
Eating shrimp. He's eating jumbo shrimp. And he goes, "This is great. When did we start getting this?" Like.
Oh
my God.
Hey, can you tell them? Can you get get some jelly rolls? That's it.
Yeah.
You
need some jelly rolls?
Next time, can they get some jelly rolls? God, I love it.
Yeah. Go ahead, John.
Too much.
While I agree with you, Deb, there's two undeniable things about all of this. One, it is very entertaining and has absolutely everybody engaged and just like we are talking about it. And at the end of the day, regardless of what the character or characters or whoever are, Dwayne Johnson is inherently aware of it makes money and doing what he says and all everything he does. The plan is ultimately what? To sell tickets, to sell pay-per-view views, and make money. And that's exactly what they are doing.
Yeah, and it's The Rock. It's The Rock. You know.
Anyway, what do we do? What does Cody? What's Cody's answer?
No.
It has to be, right? I mean,
I think he says no now.
Yeah, you can't. He can't let all his fans, especially the one with the pink robe, down now. You know, it has to be a slow build. It's got to simmer, and it's got to be an obstacle over an obstacle.
Right. The stakes have to be way higher. The stakes somehow have to be way higher than just The Rock coming in to him. You know, come to me, my brother, with open arms.
Yeah.
What's the over? Like how long? What? How long before? Yeah, that's let one know what I mean. I mean, it's going to be.
So we got a month and a half till Mania. So yeah, I think at some point, maybe in 3, 4. There's no other big shows between now and Mania, is there?
No,
there's nothing else.
No, this is it. Yeah,
this is it. So probably on a SmackDown then. Something happens that the stakes are going to get higher. Like Cody says no now, but then Rock keeps pushing and keeps pushing, and something's gonna happen that then maybe the go home show before Mania.
When does the "I love you like a brother" turn all of a sudden? That's what we're waiting for. When does the worm turn? When does the proverbial worm in the apple turn?
Well, as I was watching last night, especially, there's been two people very conspicuously absent during all this, and that is Roman Reigns. And ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. And I remind you, back when Cody and Roman tagged together, which kicked off a lot of the current stuff that we're seeing now across WWE. Roman said to Cody in the last shot of that promo in the stadium, "You're in my way. No, you're in my way of my life."
Yes.
Yeah.
That is going to come back. So we still have to
revisit that.
That is going to come back into play. So now it begs the question, is The Rock trying to lure Cody in so they can get Roman back to being the champion? Or, however, is this Rock making a move against Roman, against the families, because you haven't accomplished what you needed to accomplish?
Right.
We will see.
Right. We will see. And okay, so I wanted to mention this. So in the promo battle between all the men involved in Elimination Chamber, we had one Seth Rollins.
Looking like another bit.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. I don't even know where to begin with this. So he comes out and he's talking about how serious he is. Like, that I'm serious.
Just how like that.
How can we take you seriously when you're wearing this?
It was bad enough when he was stealing his grandma's old draperies and making suits out of them. And then he started raiding his wife's closet.
Now he ran out.
All he was missing was those big, stupid red boots that he's worn in the past.
Listen, this is part of the reason why I can't get in. I just can't, and I don't want to hear anybody say, "Well, the Macho Man." No, the Macho Man knew how to carry and work that gimmick. The Macho Man didn't go out there and want to look like a freaking weirdo. The Macho Man just wanted to stand out. He wears way too weird fucking shit. I'm just not into his character. I just can't wait till he gets in the ring and gets his hair out of the stupid man bun and starts wrestling because he's so fucking great in that ring. But I'm just not behind him. All of those guys came out there. CM Punk cut a fire fucking promo.
It's a good one, It's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, Ezra. I don't know when you got here, but that was great. CM Punk kills it. Damian Priest comes out, kills it. Drew McIntyre he's been cutting a nonstop killer promo for like a year now. I mean, you just put a mic in his hand and say, "Get that guy," and he's just going to tear them a new ass. Yeah. And then Seth comes out, and it's like, oh, all right, all the clapping seals do all this, singing the song like they all do, and but
yeah. So I'm right there with you on that because to me, like, I love Seth Rollins. Everybody knows I love Seth Rollins.
I love him.
I loved him for a long time.
I love him.
But
his character,
I love the outlandish outfits for a while, and the Elton John inspired stuff is freaking amazing. Yeah. But it has definitely gotten to the point where what he's wearing does not match the character that he's portraying.
That's what I'm saying. At some point, he's got to be pissed off. Seriously.
And we know that this is not his personal choice of dress. Like he was on, what was it? He was on CVV talking about, you know, his regular clothes. Like I want to see the Seth Rollins come out like in just his normal clothes.
Yeah.
And that's when you know that he's real serious. Like that's what we have to see. Don't come
I don't
out
want. You know what? I
looking
gotta
like
say,
this.
not every week he comes out, you know, and I go, oh, I can't stand. No, it's not every week. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always the big red shoes and stuff. You know, sometimes it's a little bit toned down. You know, as toned down as you can tone down whatever this character is that he's giving you. But it's you know, I mean, he's pissed off. I mean, he's how many times is he gonna get screwed? He's got CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, and then Damian Priest, who isn't his fucking friend either, really. You know, come on, just and then Logan Paul. So get with it. Stop it. You know, stop with the goofy shit.
All right, so we got to wrap this up now because they're about to start.
Right.
Really quick, David Mitchell just sent me the picture of his busted open tattoo. Yeah. So, bravo, David.
Yes.
It
came out very nice.
I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's all healed up, and it's gonna look so crisp. That logo is absolutely beautiful.
Awesome job, Grandpa, Papa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good job by your artist.
To the Papa, from Papa to Pop.
Yes. Yeah. Kudos to that tattoo artist that did that because that looks great for sure. All right. Let's get the show on the road. I see someone singing the national anthem.
Okay.
All right. Anything else that you guys wanted to add very, very quickly?
No.
No, I'm very good, man. I'm ready to start the show. I'm sure everybody out there, the 3 people listening, watching, are ready.
All right, John, where can people find you?
You can can find me at Twisted Metal Fab on the Twitter and the Instagram, and keep up with the exploits of the most dangerous weapon in all of professional wrestling. Of course, I am talking about the Ass Kicker 9000, and you can follow his exploits at Ass Kicker 9K on Instagram and hashtag Nation's Corner on location. Thanks, Deb. Got a couple good indie shows coming up, and I am proud to say that I will be there witnessing firsthand the popping of Deb's GCW cherry coming up in March. GCW recently announced April. I'm sorry. GCW recently announced they're doing a kind of a pop-up show at Harris Casino in Chester, Pennsylvania.
Awesome.
Just outside of Philadelphia. So I'm looking forward to that. And I know Deb's very excited. And I am excited for Deb.
Yes.
Everybody, enjoy the Elimination Chamber. Let's go.
All right. And I'm at That's So Debonair on the Twitter machine and the Instagram and the Blue Sky. Find me everywhere. Have a great night, y'all.